The Strait of Hormuz is one of the most strategically important waterways in the world because it is the narrow gateway between the Persian Gulf and the open ocean. Around 20% of the world's oil and a major share of liquefied natural gas exports pass through it every day. To understand why it became Iran's central bargaining tool, it helps to look at three layers. Number one, geography gave Iran leverage. The strait is very narrow, at some points only about 20 to 30 miles wide, and Iran sits directly on its northern coast. That geography matters because oil from countries like Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Kuwait, Qatar, and the United Arab Emirates must pass through this narrow corridor in order to reach global markets. There are few practical alternatives. Pipelines can bypass only part of the flow. This means even a threat to shipping there can instantly raise global oil prices. So Iran does not need to fully close the strait to create pressure. Mere instability is enough. Number two, Iran sees the strait as a survival weapon. Since the Iranian Revolution, Iran has viewed itself as under pressure from the United States and its Gulf allies. Sanctions, military encirclement, nuclear disputes, and regional rivalries all shaped Iranian thinking. Iran knows the US military is conventionally stronger. Iran cannot easily win a direct war, but the global economy is vulnerable to energy disruption. So Iran developed an asymmetric strategy. If we cannot defeat stronger powers militarily, we can raise the economic cost of attacking us. The Strait of Hormuz became the centerpiece of that doctrine. That is why Iranian officials repeatedly say, if Iran cannot export oil, others may not either. If Iran is strangled economically, the region will not stay stable. This transforms the strait into a deterrent. Number three, how Iran actually uses it. Iran usually avoids outright permanent closure because that would hurt China and Asian buyers that also purchase Iranian oil, provoke massive international military retaliation, damage Iran's own economy. Instead, Iran often uses controlled instability. That can include naval exercises, missile deployments, harassment of tankers, seizures of ships, drone threats, mining fears, proxy attacks, selective disruptions. This creates uncertainty in shipping and insurance markets. In many ways, the leverage is psychological and financial. Oil prices rise, insurance premiums surge, shipping slows, markets panic. Iran understands that global markets react faster than militaries. Number four, why it became a bargaining chip in negotiations. Over time, the strait became Iran's strongest negotiating asset because it links regional security, global energy markets, Western economies, Asian energy dependence. Whenever tensions rise over Iran's nuclear program, sanctions, Israeli conflict, US military pressure, the world immediately worries about Hormuz. That gives Iran leverage far beyond its economic size. For example, during sanctions disputes, Iran threatened closure. During tanker crisis, oil prices jumped immediately. During regional wars, global powers rushed diplomatically to avoid escalation. So the strait became Iran's way of telling the world, you cannot isolate us without risking global economic consequences. Number five, why the world takes the threat seriously. Many analysts believe Iran probably cannot fully shut the strait for a long time because the US Navy and allies patrol the region. Reopening efforts would begin quickly, but Iran does not need a permanent closure. Even temporary disruption could spike oil prices, globally trigger inflation, disrupt shipping, affect food and fertilizer supply chains, damage financial markets. That's why the strait remains one of the most powerful geopolitical pressure points in the world. So in simple words, geography created the leverage, oil made the leverage global, sanctions and conflict made it Iran's bargaining tool, and uncertainty itself became part of the strategy.